Good morning, boys and girls of the internet. Today is Wednesday, July 11th, 2018. Vlog number 191. It's July 11th. 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven. There. Wasn't that like an old hip-hop song? I don't know. At any rate, I'm trying a second experiment with my camera phone. I'm again using the back camera, but this time I'm using the wide-angle lens. I'm not using the wide-angle lens to its fullest extent. I like zoomed into it a little bit. I know, of course, when you have a cell phone camera and you pinch to zoom, you're losing image quality. But I only did just a little bit, and hopefully I have it pretty lined up and framed. But see what this is like image quality wise with it zoomed in, because before, when it's just on my regular camera, because my cell phone has two cameras in the back, one that is a wide angle lens and one's a regular lens. The wide angle probably has the lower resolution than the normal, but having two physical lenses is pretty good. But kind of makes me wonder, on the front of my camera, of my phone, it has a single camera, but it can do wide angle. Now, is the front camera on my phone natively a wide angle lens? But when you shoot, normally it crops in. That would seem like it, you would lose quality that way. Maybe that's why my a selfie camera on my phone, it's not all that good. I don't know. Already almost middle of July. Years go by fast. I don't have much to talk about today, really. Today being Wednesday, tonight is actually my Friday. My new schedule means I'm going to be off for the next 2 days. It's so weird to have like a Wednesday now, and knowing that your weekend is like coming up, but it's not Saturday and Sunday. I've worked many jobs in the past where I've had different days off, like during the week and not necessarily weekends. But it's been like 8 years since I've had non-weekends off on the regular. So it's gonna take me a little while to get used to. Just knowing that, and it being like Wednesday, it's like, oh, I don't have two days left of work anymore. Today's my last night of work for the week. I don't know what I got going on for my weekend, I should say. I think one of my friends mentioned that she does want a photo shoot, so maybe tomorrow that's what I'll do. My back is feeling better, by the way, so maybe it won't kill me too much to go out and shoot. I do want to go see Ant-Man and the Wasp. Maybe I'll go see that. I've been finally contemplating perhaps purchasing, or finally taking the dive into getting my computer a graphics card upgrade. I mentioned before in a past vlog a while ago why I hate graphics card prices right now. It's because stupid ass Bitcoin miners have ruined it, and scooped up all the supply and drove up the prices of everything. Finally, now prices have been dropping, and they're pretty much at near normal, quote unquote normal levels, and not quite MSRP levels that they used to be, but they're pretty good. However, the only problem now is, you look at the graphics cards that are out, and other than like a few like high-end, like top-line graphics cards, most of the ones that are out now have been out for a year or two. Like, that's crazy. When you talk about technology, when things like turn around so fast and you get like new things at least every year, to have like a graphics card that is like, you know, that's their main card, like, you know, say like NVIDIA or AMD, they have like their tiers of card, like, you know, low end, mid range, and high end. And they have like very, you know, slight variations in between. But for the most part, that's what they kind of do. They kind of have three main tiers. Now, like, well, not exactly three. Sometimes they have like 4 tiers, but for the most part, people kind of look at the 3 tiers of what they got for the big differences. And right now, like, the cards from like NVIDIA, they have the GTX 1050s, 1060s, 1070s, 1080s. And then, of course, they have the variations in between. They have the like TI versions of, especially the higher end ones, and Titan X editions, whatever you want to call them. Of course, those are super expensive. I'm not even contemplating those. But there's nothing new about those cards. They're fundamentally been the same for like 2 years. You know, sometimes they like add some more memory to them, or up the you know, cut down the latency or something. But very, very few tweaks. You know, they'll overclock them. I was looking the other day at a 1060, and the price is pretty low. It was like $279, which is pretty good for that card. When like only a few months ago, it was way more expensive than that. It was like damn near $400. So $279 for that card is not bad, but when I looked at it and I started looking at reviews of it, and I started, you know, looking at comparisons, I was like, that card came out in August of 2016. That's damn near 2 years ago. That's ridiculous. So why would I pay, you know, more than MSRP? You know, now that, even though the price is, you know, normal, for a 2-year-old card. You know, that's my dilemma right now, and I'm sure that's a lot of PC gamers' dilemma. Now, granted, my card, my system is 8 years old. That thing's a dinosaur now. But I don't game on my PC. I use it for graphics and things like that. Now, on the other side, AMD, they have their cards, which their high-end ones are the Vega cards. I was going to say Ryzen's their CPUs. The Vega cards are like the high end. Those compete with the 1080 system, you know, cards from NVIDIA. But I would assume by now they would have came out with mid-range Vega cards. But no, they have, like, you know, they call them like the RX line. They have RX, you know, 570, 580s, things like that. I don't remember what their low-end cards. I think it's like 470s or something. RX 470. But again, I saw an RX 570 279, and that card, from what I could gather, only came out a little over 1 year ago. So that's not too bad. That's a little more palpable. It's not like, you know, when you're buying a technology and it's like 2 years old, it doesn't feel like you're getting something new. You know what I mean? 1 year old, not too bad, especially since product cycle is still there. But I don't pay attention to that realm of technology as much. I only pay attention to what's going on with computer components when I'm like contemplating upgrading. That's the only time I really look at it, in depth. For the most part, I don't. So I have no idea. I'm assuming that pretty soon NVidia and AMD might be showing off something soon. Some kind of new line. I keep hearing rumors about NVIDIA coming out with like 1180 or their 1100 series cards, 1150, 1100, whatever. And if so, of course, AMD would have to follow suit and come out with their. I'm sure they're working on whatever their next generation. I'm hoping, though, if AMD comes out with a new generation of cards, that they'll give us a mid-range or low-end Vega architecture card, because the Vegas, that's their new stuff. The RX line is not. It's still built on their older architecture. So I don't know what to do with that. I want to talk to some, or do some more research with some gaming channels or PC builders, and I watch a couple of PC build channels, but a lot of times they just kind of look at it and they're like, well, hey, look, the prices are this, and they're coming down, but they don't really tell you what might be coming. You would figure, though, I think, what was it, Computex a couple weeks ago in China? It's a big like PC gamer show. That if NVIDIA and AMD was going to come out with a new line of graphics cards, they would announce them there. But there was no announcement. They were just kind of, oh hey, look, a new TI with a pretty face on it or something. I don't know. So I don't know what's going on in that realm. So do I wait, or do I get something now and just deal with it? I'm always in a weird dilemma when it comes to technology, because I don't like to be an early adopter of new things. I also don't like to wait too long, where if I'm buying something, like a week later, something infinitely better comes out, or not infinitely, but something that way better comes out for like the same amount that I got mine for. I hate that feeling. And I'm really blinded. So now my luck, I order like the RX 570 card. I know it's gonna be a powerful card compared to what I had now. I know it's gonna be like night and day difference. But if I can get it in like 2 months, they'll be like, hey, look, the 570 is completely obsolete now because we came out with a Vega, mid-range at twice as fast or something. I don't know. Probably not gonna be that much, but then again, when you look at like benchmarks of cards now and stuff like that, when you look at the technology, they're getting these cards in there. They're getting whatever games are out for it, and they're like maxing the settings, putting it to 4K and stuff. And these cards aren't really slowing down. They're not really like, they can handle pretty much anything you throw at it. With a few exceptions of like, if you want to run like dual 4K screens on like, the highest, like a Grand Theft Auto or something, or Witcher 3, because I know those are really graphic intensive games. For the most part though, you can run, most gamers run 1080p because they want to get like the frame rate, at least 660 or higher. And they're getting it. That's what they're getting. So maybe I should just like bite the bullet and go like, well, these cards are pretty much handling anything they're throwing at it. Whatever comes out, it isn't going to be much better, and they're not in a hurry to get things out because whatever they have now is good enough for most anything. And if they do come out with something, it's not going to be that much better, because how much better can you get at the moment, at the technology that they have now? Does that make sense? More research is definitely needed, so I'm contemplating a lot to do more research, because that's always what I do. So I'll talk to y'all later. That's it for today. Have a good day, and I love you.